I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news. Live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. I appreciate everyone joining us on this late vampire live stream. Salute the Bucks Nation. Salute the friends and family. Y'all know we here to talk about what's going on in LA between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Clippers. Where currently the Bucks are losing 121 to 108. This was a pretty close game up until the fourth quarter, and the wheels just kind of came off. We weren't getting enough help. This was really the Dame, Giannis, and Gary Trent with the start. Really doing the most work for this team. Unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of help from the bench. We really didn't get anything from the bench, to be honest. Middleton hasn't scored tonight. Pat Connaughton hasn't scored tonight. Ryan Rollins hasn't scored tonight. And that's the difference in today's game. If you want to just keep it a dollar off the top, I know it was late tonight. We didn't get anything from the bench, and it cost us tonight. That's literally what it was. And I mean, and obviously, the a big reason for that is that Bobby Portis was out tonight for personal reasons. Shout out to the Milwaukee Police Department. They were able to solve the case, it appears, for who robbed Bobby Portis. So shout out for that. That is a positive. So happy that they're able to kind of close that case up for Bobby Portis. But tonight, we didn't get anything from the others. We just didn't. Where if you look for the Clippers, their stars did pour in. Kawhi Leonard had 18. James Harden is almost at 40 points. James Harden was a true difference maker in this game. He went off 38 points. Norman Powell, who was a good player, but 31 points is a lot. 31 points is a lot. And that really hurt us. That's really what it was. The difference is, game, we can go over plays here and there and all of that. We just keeping it real. We didn't get enough production from the bench. That's just really what it is. Let's get into these numbers. I'm gonna open up the lines early here. I really appreciate y'all tapping in so late. Y'all know we out here grinding. Bucks Nation. Hey, friends and family, we the number one team in the business. Yeah, Torian Prince was going off too. Let me get Torian. Let's get into these numbers and we gonna open up these lines. I know it's late, y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. So right now the Bucks are losing 123, 110. And if you look at the Bucks numbers, you can see all these offers as far as for the bench. So Torian Prince, another solid effort, 5 of 8, 4 of 7 so far, 14 points. Giannis is just being Giannis. He does what he does, 12 of 22. And shout out to Giannis from the free throw line. This is one of his best games from the free throw line in quite some time. 12 of 15, 13 rebounds. He only had one assist today. So that's also problematic that we weren't moving the ball with the usual crispness that we have in the during the win streak. So that's unfortunate. Giannis had 4 turnovers, 36 points. Brooke pitched in with 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, 13 points. Dame 6 of 15. Dame hurt us from the 3-point line. Dame couldn't hit anything from the 3-point line, but he was very aggressive getting to the line. 16 to 17, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Almost had a triple double tonight. 4 turnovers, 29 points. Andre Jackson Jr. again, his minutes are just getting Bucks Nation. Andre Jackson Jr.'s minutes are being more and more reduced. Now he's down to 11 minutes. We need to have a discussion, maybe not today, about the regression of Andre Jackson Jr. or what's going on with him and his minutes, and is his offense that bad where it's making him unplayable? We'll leave that for another discussion, but that's something I just want to put on y'all mental Rolodex. We're going to need to have a discussion about Andre Jackson Jr. Khris Middleton played 19 minutes, did not score. Pat Connaughton played 8 minutes, did not score. Gary Trent played as a starter tonight, 6 and 9. And Gary Trent looking like he should be the permanent starter at this point. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Gary Trent, he might have earned his way back as a starter. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. And Ryan Rollins gave us nothing as well. We didn't shoot bad from the field. We didn't shoot bad from the three. It was just that we didn't have enough firepower tonight. We just didn't have enough firepower as of yet tonight. So that's really the difference in the game. This game looks like it is out of hand. The win streak will end today. against the Los Angeles Clippers, but we should be proud of how the Bucks have played during their stretch. And even though this was a loss, I thought the Bucks played hard. We just didn't get enough help tonight. So I don't think we should hang our heads because of this loss. It's just sometimes people have off nights, and it's unfortunate we have multiple people with off nights who did not contribute at all. And that's pretty much what cost us this game. I mean, let's just keep it real. That's what it was. And we're looking at the core stats here. I mean, we hit one more three than them. The field goal percentages are pretty much the same. We went to the free throw line more than them. They out rebounded us. More the offensive rebound obviously always kills us. I don't even know. We mentioned that ad nauseum. Offensive rebound always kills this team. And this is also a telling stat here. 22 assists. I'm always nervous when we're under 30 assists if we're gonna win a game. And this game, 22 assists. That means the ball's not moving around a lot enough for me. 23 points off turnovers. That is a big deal. Off 13 turnovers, give up 23 points. That's a huge difference in this game as well. That's very impactful, extremely impactful, the points off turnovers. We didn't do anything fast break points. They destroyed us in the paint. We already know why that is. We don't need to talk about that. The drop defense, we know what it is. But to be outscored with Giannis and a big man like Brook by 20 points in the paint is very alarming. So, again, I'm proud of the Bucks for what they've accomplished during this win streak. It's just unfortunate it comes to an end today, just due to enough people, just not enough, just not enough people helping out today. It happens. It happens. I'm not upset. They fought valiantly. Our stars did what they could, but they just couldn't get enough help from the others. That's just what it was. We just didn't have enough firepower tonight, unfortunately. But like I said, we shouldn't be hanging our head, Bucks Nation. We've had a good win streak, and it just wasn't enough help tonight. That's it at the end of the day. Let's see who's in the chat. Open up these lines. I'm gonna put the link in the live right now. If you want to join, let's talk about today's game. There you go. See who's in the building. What up, Mr. Cool? Appreciate you tapping in so late, sir. Dre West in the building. My dude. What up, Dre West? Eli Harris in the building. What's good? Derek Stevenson in the building. Jeff Riley, what's good, bro? Robert Brooks in the building. D. Cole, 123. Francis in the building. What up, Francis? Brandon King Carter in the building. Bucks #1. Milwaukee Ray. What up? Jimmy Roller, what's good, bro? Patricia P, I appreciate you tapping in so late. Eliza, what's good? Rigo, what's good? Friends and family is in the building. Late, I appreciate it. Joseph McBeth, what's good? My boy Humila down in the building. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Boy Mommy in here. Nikos, what's good? Shout out to Sweden. Hoy Street E is in the building. What up, Tito? Appreciate you tapping in. K Real in the building. Tony Tone. I see y'all. What's good? I don't want us to be disappointed today, Bucks Nation. We fought really hard. We got a lot of good wins. We got a lot of momentum. Just wasn't enough help tonight from the others. But I think we should still be hanging our heads high. We shouldn't hang our heads down because of this loss, y'all. Real talk. We've been playing well even tonight. What up, Midnight Newton? What up, my dude? Good to see you. Greg Delaney in the building. I see y'all. What's good? John Hassel. Amtrax, what's good, bro? You should tap in tonight, bro. Shout out to Amtrax, aka Beats by the Pound. The Fanatics perspective in the building. What's good, y'all? So let's chop it up. So what y'all feel about today? How y'all feel? We let James Harden turn back the clock on us. He looked excuse me. He looked like James Harden for the Rockets tonight. And that was a difference. I mean, he dropped almost a 40, dropped a 40 ball on us. I mean, that was unexpected. Norman Powell going for 30, like those are the things you don't expect. And that hurt us. So we don't expect Khris Middleton not to score. We don't expect, we just expect Pat Connaughton not to help. We had no bench production. Ryan Rollins did nothing. I mean, that's the difference in the game. It's like the bench has to help. And Khris Middleton to not score is crazy. I'm sorry, but 20 minutes and you don't score is crazy. That's crazy on Middleton. That's concerning. I'm not gonna hold y'all. That's concerning. Let's get to some of these comments. Link is in the chat. Bucks number 1 said complete collapse. The wheels did come off in the fourth quarter. If you could, the fourth quarter is where this game went awry. I mean, they outscored us 22-33. That's really the difference in this game. This fourth quarter, the wheels just came off. We couldn't get anything going. Unfortunately. Yep, I see exactly, Patricia. Exactly. We just couldn't get enough offense tonight. That's it in a nutshell. We just couldn't get enough offense. Period. The turnovers hurt us a lot, Joseph. The turnovers and then the points off of the turnovers is what hurt us. That was really the big difference. Oh, we got Ron's tapping in at this time. Let me hurry up and tap him in. Hold on 1 second. Shout out to Dr. Smith. Yeah. Tapping in on the Vampire live stream. Shout out to Dr. Smith. What's good, sir?
What's going on?
What's going on? I don't think we should be sad. I don't think this should be a sad loss tonight. We didn't have enough bullets in the gun tonight. That it happens from time to time. And the turnovers, the points off turnovers, the offensive rebounding, it's the usual reasons we lose.
Yeah, and to another quality opponent. It's frustrating, man. Every single time we get an opportunity to rack up a win against a quality opponent. What are we, over now?
We're over. We out here. We the Packers. We the Packers.
Every single time. Yeah, I see it in the chat. I'm glad I don't have to point it out. Khris Middleton was absolute doo-doo garbage.
Oh, I'm trying not to dump on Khris because people think I'm like a low-key Khris Middleton hater, so I don't want to be the one to bring it up. But to play 20 minutes and not score, Dr. Smith, is alarming.
Man, I mean, but so there was a point in the game where Damian Lillard was having like a hard time. I don't know if he was turning the ball over or getting close to turning the ball over. And the announcer, Marcus, was like, we could really use Khris now. Like, he was like, this is where we could really use Khris. As if on cue. Khris Middleton gets the ball and starts going into his own individual offensive package. The brother looked like he was about to fall down every step of the way. His ability to stay, I'm just happy he stayed on his feet and he didn't look like a complete, like, falling apart failure. But he didn't get anything from it. And he was targeted every single time on defense. Like, my disappointment is this, right? Every single person that we put on James Harden, it's as if they don't watch game tape of James Harden. Every single person.
He looked like Rockets James Harden tonight. Did he not look like the Rockets James Harden tonight?
And I get it. He's a Hall of Famer.
Right.
Firstly, Daniel, what's happening, big man? How you feel?
What up, Bleach Report?
But I mean, like, he's a Hall of Famer. He's gonna play special, right? He's a special player. He does it to a lot of people. That's why he's going to the Hall of Fame. But I mean, it didn't get Damian Lillard fouled him on the 3, and the foul was Damian Lillard putting his hand on his shoulder, engaging distance. Do you not know who you're playing at this point? If there's one person who grips for fouls more than Damian Lillard, it's him, and that's how he does it. Why are you ever putting your hand out there to get
it's the IQ.
Stuff like that?
It's the IQ.
It's poor defensive savvy from Damian Lillard, who's supposed to be our second.
And he should know, but that's what I'm saying. That's low IQ on that. You know what you do, and you know who this is. Common sense. You know what? Let me not put my hands. But that's why I get frustrated sometimes, Dr. Smith, because this team with our age should be smarter than the way we are.
We don't figure it out. We don't figure it out in real time. So it's like I said, that octopus trying to get into the jar. Any YouTube video, if we've never seen it before, we can't figure it out in game. It's like we need a whole game to go by and lose for us to be like, oh, that's what we did wrong. Like, we're not good problem solvers.
I agree.
Enough. against quality teams in real time to make the adjustments, because that
He's
was a
fitting.
different defense we're
Fitting.
seeing. You know,
Definite.
any game where Giannis takes a three, I'm going to end up shouting at the TV. Any game that he does that,
I
right? He
agree.
did that for the game. Anytime that you have James Harden on you and you taking fadeaways, I'm going to shout at the TV.
Yeah, with the
Right?
size and speed advantage, yeah, that's insane. I agree.
He is jerk chicken and rice. James Harden with multiple YouTube compilations on how poor of a
For his
defender he is,
defenses, yeah, that's again
and
IQ
you
play
taking
though. That
fadeaways. Come
that's the IQ
God.
plays though. That's the
So
IQ.
yeah, not a good commercial for tonight. If you are trying to convince people that you can compete with the top of the
Right.
league, not the commercial. Do I think that we could do it? Yeah, but it didn't look good tonight.
It didn't.
Not
I
enough smart
agree.
people out on the court. Ryan Rollins, look, I think the world of Ryan Rollins. I think before you make any moves to bring anybody in, you got to lock him in.
Thank
But
you.
tonight was not a good commercial for Ryan
It
Rollins.
was not. It was not.
Not a
It
good
wasn't the
commercial for
commercial
Ryan
for a
Rollins.
lot of people tonight, to keep it real. It
Are
wasn't a
you kidding
commercial
me,
for a
Ryan?
lot of people.
I don't look. I love the confidence, but Ryan, if you are going 1-on-5 and you don't have the support of your other players, you running right at their center, it is not a smart basketball play.
I agree.
There's a lot of you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of yelling at the TV that I did tonight. The only player that seemed like he was playing halfway decent defense on James Harden, for whatever reason, Doc would not let him back in the game. That was Ajax. Ajax went to the sideline. Ajax stayed to the sideline, and that was it. Gary Trent Jr. cooked food. Pat Connaughton cooked food. Damian Lillard cooked
Cook
food.
food. Yeah. Yeah.
Every freaking person, every time, 80% of the time that they targeted Brook, they got what they wanted.
Right. Hey, Sadowski, I
80,
see your comment. Yes, Gary Trent was bad on defense today too.
yeah, cook food.
Yeah. Gary
Cook
Trent Jr.
food.
I see you, Sadowski. Yeah, Gary Trent Jr. Didn't play well defensively. He played well offensively, and
Yeah, I
I
was
think
about to
that's
say.
something we need to talk about. Is Gary Trent the starter now? We've been talking about the last few episodes. I'm not making it a thing, but Andre Jackson Jr.'s minutes are being more and more reduced. Tonight, 11 minutes. I think the game before like 14 minutes. What are we seeing, or are we
I
not
don't
seeing?
I don't think you need to change that. I think like him coming off the bench and giving us that fire, like that fire starter off the bench. I think he's good where he is, right?
Okay,
Because I need defense next to Damian for exactly what we just saw.
right.
Because as good as he is shooting the ball, there are times when he's cooked food, and I can't have that again. It's Malik Beasley all over. He's a better defender than Malik Beasley.
Right,
Don't get me
agreed.
wrong. I'm saying that, right? But I like the fact that Doc Rivers thinks about balance
Right,
when it comes to his lineups, right? But Ajax has got to continue to work on his offense, or there are going to be times when they do pull him out of the game, and we needed him. We
right,
needed him, and for whatever reason, I don't know that I agree with that though. I don't know that I agree. Like if you see everyone getting chewed up,
right.
everyone got chewed up. Damn it, man! Like do something
Do
about James
something. That's
Harden.
we take too long to adjust. Like you were saying earlier. 1 second, Dr. Smith. Let me get these super chat. Salute to King Kwame. Appreciate the 199 super chat. Midi and Doc lost the game. Doc thinks Brooke is Giannis. Is hilarious. Shout out to you, King Kwame. Pass, what's good, bro? Tap in if you got time. Appreciate the 499 super chat. Not a sad loss, but I'm completely out on Khris. Give me Levine.
I don't
Wow.
want I don't
Wow.
want to. Although I salute the pass. What's up?
What?
Salute to that icon or whatever. That's one of my favorite albums when
All right.
Fred dropped it. But no, I saw. I know the trade talks are going to be like in full effect and whatnot, and I'm
Right.
really upset with Chris right now with the way he played. But if he is moved, because there was one trade package where I had to admit, if I'm the GM,
Right.
and the trade package was for Robert Williams III
Yep.
and um, his name went right out of my head just because I'm trying to make the point. Jeremy Grant,
Right.
and if that is even a possibility, that's going to be hard to turn down, right? You got wingspan right across the board in defense. That being said, as tough as it was to watch Khris just completely come apart right in front of us, when the day comes when he's no longer a Buck anymore for whatever reason, it's gonna be a sad day. It's like the end of an era.
Correct.
Came up with Giannis, but it's hard to argue when you see this. He was a nothing tonight. He was a nothing, and I'm tired of my team. I'm tired of my team losing to quality opponents.
And that's the thing. How can we say that we championship contenders and we can't beat the elite teams? That's what I've been saying. And not to harp on this point after a loss, that's what I'm saying is with this current roster, do we have a ceiling? That's why I'm saying, do we need to make a move? Because this roster, as it's currently constructed, does it have a ceiling? You get what I'm saying?
Like, I do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, Bleacher. I got you. Let me just get these last couple super chats before I forget. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat, bro. The Clippers were the more physical team tonight on offense and defense. They were physically imposing. For all the talk about Dame's defense, we should be talking about Gary Trent Jr.'s poor defense. That's a fact. Gary Trent gamble a lot, though, too. That's part of his problem. Appreciate the super chat. Maurice, you need to tap in one of these times. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Hoy Street E, appreciate the 199 super chat. Khris, these 12 years have been amazing. It's been a journey. Come on, bro.
But hey, look, Hoy, I'm right there with
Street
you, brother.
E. Go ahead.
I think he's you can't have nights like this.
What is that? Say what you gotta say, Dr. Smith. No. We're not doing all that. Say what you gotta say. Right? He trying to make it PC. Say what you gotta say.
If your name keeps coming up in the trade talks, right? If the ice under your feet is getting thinner and thinner, for better or for worse, that's the name that keeps coming up. If that keeps happening, and then you give a night like that, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, his position is not 100% secure in the team. At least that's the outside point of view. Now, I don't know what's going on inside, the Milwaukee's offices or whatever. But if your name keeps coming up, and they targeted you on defense. There was a bunch of targets, though.
Right.
If
Agreed.
Makes you feel better, right? But they were absolutely targeting him. Consider when he went out that last time, that was the last time we saw him. Like, and he went out early in the fourth quarter. He's supposed to be one of our closers. That's abnormal, right? That's abnormal, right? So it wasn't because of anything other than they recognized that this brother got cooked on nothing on offense, targeted on defense, and your name keeps coming up. Yeah, and Gary Trent was a target, and Pat Connaughton was a target, and Damian Lillard was a target, and Ryan Rollins was a target. It was just, like not enough. We don't do enough figuring it out in real time, man. We don't.
And that's been the problem with the Bucks is real time adjustments. We haven't had a mind yet as a coach yet that can. I know if we play them again, we'll play better. But the problem is the in-game adjustments, and it's one of the same problems we had with Budenholzer. To keep it real, Budenholzer couldn't make in-game adjustments. That's the reason he's out of here. To keep it real, and I Doc they with this great I don't know, coaching staff that he got, these assistant coaches, I would think that we would be better at in-game adjustments. That's kind of concerning a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure, man.
Yeah, that's a little concerning. Hold on 1 second. Let me get these two super chats. One from our favorite op, and then we go get the Bleacher Report boss, and then spin the block back to Dr. Smith. No Strays ENT, our favorite op. Mavs lose, Cavs lose, Bucks lose. Celtics fans sleeping good tonight. Jesus Christ.
No
Shout out to No Strays, man. Damn it.
No Strays. We were bigging you up the other night by saying
he come back here and kick our back in.
TJ's soft self only ever wants to show up when they win. He does not stand firm when they lose. And we said, at least No Strays will come in when they lose. Except for this last week, because we didn't see you at all, No Strays.
I gotta give us credit. I did see No Strays, Dr. Smith. He was in and out though. He was in and out. I did see him, but it was he'll dip in and then he was dipping out. He was around. Let me say that he was in the ecosystem. He was definitely in the ecosystem.
I don't know. No Strays looked like he was playing this TJ thing.
What's coming on?
What was that?
Mr. Cool say he wants the link. He wants to get in.
Yeah, let me put it in here. Then let me get these super chats before Mr.
Yeah.
Cool get in here. Yeah, Mr. Cool, link in the chat. Let me get these super chats. We doing a vampire live stream. Let's go for it as a family.
Oh, this is I'm already look. This past our bedtime. So
right, exactly. We ain't gonna be out here too crazy. King Kwame, appreciate the Word 99 super chat. Giannis needs to pass more. He's the best playmaker. 1 assist from Giannis was alarming. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. 1 assist. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat. When Khris has the ball, it looks like he's being guarded by 3 defenders, but when I look closer, there's only 1 guy on him. It's sad to watch, y'all. I really wish Khris could turn back the clock. Facts. I've been saying, hey, no lies detected. I told y'all before they even said the 10 tonight is when you watch Middleton, yes, he's still scoring, but it looks like he's laboring. It looks like it takes a lot of effort out of him to do anything. So that's why I said we need to limit our expectations for Middleton. That's the reason he was coming off the bench. Keeping it real.
I'm sick and tired. To be honest with you guys, I'm just tired not telling the truth, man. Everybody's scared to tell the truth about Middleton because he's been here for so many times and years. But when players, he got 2 injuries. He had 2 injuries to his ankle. He ain't playing well. He's been rusty. He's been not playing games. Come on.
He can't even stand firm.
Right.
Just like
he can't even stand
firm. Another player we got that don't play well and injured all the time, Chinzo, he's been hurt. It got him out of here. You know, it just cannot be afraid to tell the truth. Tell the truth. I mean, I'm done. I'm been trying to get everybody that's been a Middleton, not trying to hurt your feelings. And we don't need to be traded to no, it's just facts. It doesn't matter who you are. When Aaron Rodgers left, did we complain about him being gone? No, all the days that he'd been giving us, no. It was time. It was time for him to go. He's been here too long. Be honest with you, it's just the Bucks need to get rid of him now. I mean, you can come at me. People come at me all they want. Look, you want to win or not? Do you want to win? Do you want to win? Do you want to sit here and try to occupy what I did for a couple years ago, or you want to win a championship right now? Mills ain't giving this right now. He's not got it, man. He just didn't got it. You can talk about how well he did, blah blah blah. I remember when we had the Bucks in 2000, and Ray Allen playing, and then Ray Allen playing they trade Ray Allen for Desmond Mason and Gary Payton. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And that hurt my heart when they did that. But at the same time, you got a coach that traded him there like he said, yeah, we know what we're doing. But that time, they didn't know what they were doing, and they got rid of him. So you think I'm going to start hating on the Bucks because they got rid of a guy that I loved of Ray Allen? Do you think the fans that on this chat knows what Ray Allen did for his team at that time? We just got to be in there with our facts. Look, team is going to get rid of players they're going to like. One day Giannis going to be that guy too if they get rid of him. But thing is, we got to be there for this team when it happens. It's going to happen. Remember, this team was in the gut.
It's going to be something. I agree. Something's about to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be something. We got to be there for the team no matter what they do. I'm not making decisions. We just discussing it. It's on John Horse. John Horse makes decisions, does the trade. Go there at Foxborough Pittsburgh. Try to go get John Horse then. Go ahead. Have at it. Have fun. People, we just having fun on here and try to just talk Bucks. That's all we doing, baby. But
right. But without further ado, I want to make sure we get to Mr. Cool here. I know it's late. Hey, Mr. Cool tapping in, the living legend. Appreciate you. Give that man his flowers before he even get on the mic here. Before he even get on the mic. All right, it's on you, Mr. Cool.
Well, gentlemen, I got to start with the management, my first gripe, because I just don't like every single newspaper article I look at that has trades for Bobby and Middleton. If you're going to do that, why are we doing that in the media? Why are we putting it out there like that? Because that stuff is done behind closed doors. You don't put their names out there like this constantly. What happens today? Bobby's a no-show, and Middleton was a no-show on the court. Now, is that connected to them being in the papers every day? I don't know. But that's just something I just wouldn't do.
On that.
Go ahead.
It was it was reported that the reason why Bobby is there because they caught the persons that robbed his house, so he had to do a report on that. So he had to go back and talk to the people about that situation. So that's why he didn't play tonight. So,
Right, and that's real stuff. But I hear what you're saying too.
Still, the timing just don't look good. Just like here it is now, he's all of a sudden missed the first game of the road trip, and he could have done that over the phone. You can do that with a lot of different ways. He can handle that. What are you gonna do? He got to be there. He didn't witness them, so why he got to be at home for that? I think he's pissed off.
I don't know.
He's in the papers
That might be a
every
police
single
thing,
day
though.
to be traded. I think Middleton is pissed off that he's in the papers every single day about being traded. You don't do that like that. That's not how you handle that. That's just my opinion. I don't think that helps for the morale of those players. It doesn't. When you make your trade, we traded for Holiday. That wasn't all announced in advance. Nobody saw that coming. When we traded for Holiday, and when we traded him away.
I was about to say two things with that.
We knew nothing about those trades till it happened. So
the Drew Holiday thing was almost like a thief in the night trade. Remember, that was like that.
Right.
There was no time for it because it literally happened like that. But I do hear what you're saying. I do. I don't think they intend for it to get leaked. That's why these guys, these NBA insiders, have the jobs that they do. Right? They're so good at prying information from people. There's always in every team, basketball, football, baseball, hockey. There's always someone that finds a way to talk about things that probably should get talked about, right? What I'm seeing though, when you read a lot of these reports, like for example, from someone like Mark Stein or whatever, he's not reporting that he's getting information from Milwaukee. You gotta be careful. Like you read the wording, right? He's saying that the Bucks could be in the market for these players. So that's just his opinion. He's looking at the team and looking at vulnerable players and saying, "Oh, well, the Bucks could be in the market, and these guys would be the ones to make sense to do it." There's a lot of these. I wouldn't call them predatory news articles or whatever, but things like Athlon Entertainment, Sporting News. Those are bad. Like those are bad publications because they're not accurate. It's not good journalism. They'll put out a very suggestive byline. Then you read it and be like, "Well, that's not." That information hasn't been vetted at all. Like, you know what I mean? And they have to be able to word it in a certain way in their article. Otherwise, they can get in trouble for slander.
But if you look at how Middleton played, what team they watched tonight would want him? I mean, how would he help any team when he played tonight?
That's what I'm thinking.
I think he's smoking mirrors.
And he's $33 million a year. What are you going to do? How are you going to trade him? Because who's going to want him playing like this and at that salary? So everything gets all screwed up in this whole situation right now. Quite frankly, I think we're stuck with him. No one's going to take him playing like this. Why would they? Now, maybe it's a one bad game and we'll see, Tuesday. But boy, oh boy, he really struggled tonight. Something fierce.
You'd have to sweeten the deal with something.
And that's the problem. How can we sweeten the deal? Sweeten the deal would mean a draft pick. We don't have it.
Or another player. It's not going to be a player-for-player trade. There's going to have to be multiple players. But the days of thinking that Middleton can go player for player, especially after that, like let's use the Portland example, right? Because that's the one that I read that I was saying that I would have a hard time turning down, even though I have sentimental ties. This hurts, right? Because Khris Middleton was the guy in that Pacers series. He was the one holding it down. When everyone else was broken and falling apart, he was the one holding it down. And that's late in his career. That was with him being hurt. He's done so much for this Milwaukee team. He came up shoulder to shoulder with Giannis. So it's hard to look at.
Right.
But if I'm offered that deal, I'm taking it. Right? And I'll wait for Robert Williams III to get better just so we can have some paint. Did you see our paint defense tonight?
What paint defense? What paint defense? We almost gave up 60 points in the paint. What paint defense? Y'all be telling me about Brook Lopez and all. Brook Lopez can't move. They go right around Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez might as well be a table out there on the floor. Go right around him or over him, one or the other.
And Diesel.
I would say this is the worst two games I've seen him play all year back to back. Brooke Lopez defensively.
Yep.
And I don't know what, maybe that trip to New Orleans, he got too cold in the snow or something, because he has not moved well since we've been in New Orleans these 2 games. So he's got to get back to defending the way he can.
Right. But hey, Pass got a good point though, that not having Bobby did hurt us tonight as far as scoring for sure.
I agree 100% Pass.
Maybe score. That's a maybe, because Bobby is up and down. There are days when Bobby doesn't have. I would say this, right? Because that's the question I was going to ask, right? Because we all saw the advertising for Khris. It doesn't look good, right? I would ask you, I ask the people in the chat, do you honestly think that Bobby would have made a difference tonight for us?
A little bit.
A little bit. I think he would have done something, helped a little bit.
Well,
bit.
I think he would help us on rebounding, because we were getting, they had too many offensive rebounds, and Bobby does rebound pretty well.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's terrible at post defense, but
yeah,
he does
terrible
rebound
defense,
well.
Period. Hey, let's get them likes up, friends and family. We out here late grinding. Let's get them likes up.
So what happened tonight is Bobby's not here. AJ Green's hurt. Middleton didn't play well. So you basically 3 of your bench rotation players are like no-shows, and that's tough, in your rotation defensively off the bench. We lost 3 guys, basically.
I felt like we missed 8.
Now you're going down to Pat Connaughton, and you're getting farther down your bench. And then Rollins just was mesmerized really by trying to guard
Harden.
Harden,
yeah.
That was just, and that's.
And then Kawhi was efficient again tonight. Kawhi was efficient. He didn't have a killer game, but efficient. Norman Powell exceeded expectations tonight. That hurt us. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what y'all think about this one. What up, Mac P? Appreciate the $9.99 super chat. Is Khris still the Bucks' third option? 13 points per game on limited minutes while playing bad defense is trash. He's telling the truth.
You gotta tell the truth, man.
Mac P is telling the truth.
I'm tired of people trying to tell us. Gotta tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Smith. Then we gonna go to Bleacher and Mr. Cool. Go ahead, Dr. Smith.
I would say, in what way are we talking about third option? Just like pure scoring by itself,
or impact, even impact.
I would, on most nights up until this point.
Yeah,
I would have made the argument, but said that he was on the decline. He is a declining third option up until this night. Tonight, like I said, this is not. If you've never watched the Bucks play, and I told you that Khris Middleton, to me, is he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, but I do think that he makes it on a couple of tries. And I think he's going to a Hall of Fame. He's certainly the best small forward, I think, in Milwaukee Bucks history. I would have said that. If you'd never watched the Bucks play, though, and then I told you that was the guy who it was, you'd have looked at me like I was on dust or something. Like, you smoke or something, bro? Like,
right.
Him? He's terrible. It was as bad. Like I said, for me, writing on the wall moment is when Marcus said we could really use Khris in this moment right now. As if on cue, Khris gets the ball, tries to go in his offensive package, and it was horrible. I would have rather just turned the ball over. But him trying to do his back down, like try to find where the pressure is and go over one shoulder and next, but every step of the way, he's damn near falling up. It's like the defender was holding him up.
Yeah,
if I'm the defender, I just move out the way and watch him fall down. He looked punch drunk. He looked like Larry Holmes in his last fight. Like, what is going on right now, man? Get him out of the ring. Get him out of the ring. That's what I was yelling. And this is Khris Middleton. He's one of my favorite players ever.
Right.
And I'm like, get him out of stop. And it's almost like they could hear me on the TV, because as soon as I said that, they called the timeout. Khris came out of the game. We never saw Khris again. It's bad, man. It's bad. That was bad. That was epically bad, Khris.
Oh, this is hey, look at the stat. Charles Miller, what's so good, bro? 24 second chance points, not good. Facts. 24 second chance points, that's alarming. Those are hustle plays, too. That's alarming.
You see what I'm saying?
I said this earlier. We are the worst box out team I've ever seen.
Easily.
That is so basic. It's so basic. Box people out. Find a body, square off, and box them out. We don't do that. And these guys just step in and get offensive rebounds easily against us. Ridiculous.
And Giannis is a culprit with that.
But that's coaching.
Yep. That's coaching. Yep. Agreed.
So frustrating. This still was a winnable game.
It was a winnable. The wheels came off in the fourth quarter. The wheels came completely off in the fourth quarter.
Yep. Desmond Mason is for sure not better than Khris Middleton. I don't know. That's crazy talk.
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy. Yeah. The only other 22 that should be compared to Khris Middleton is the great Michael Redd. That's it. Michael Redd was 22. That's the only other person we should be compared to Middleton. He's had a good run.
Big Dog is not better than Khris Middleton. Big Dog.
I just don't know who would want to absorb that salary with him.
Yeah, that $33 million is a lot.
These albatross salaries that they paid these people. Oh gosh, that is really hurting now, man. Because so the only thing that I could think of, like I said, you'd have to unload multiple plays, right? And picks, and hope that another team, like a rebuilding team, will go for it, and hope that like if we're using the Portland trade, because that's the best one that I'd heard,
right?
With Jeremy Grant. Because all these secondhand points, you got Jeremy Grant, who himself I think is 6'7" or 6'9".
Yep, 6'7". Yep.
But he's got a 7'4" wingspan, right? You got Robert Williams III, who I am not a fool who's thinking that he's going to be Time Lord version, but he's certainly a better defender than Bobby Portis, right? I think a lot of that gets cleaned up. I think Jeremy Grant is a much better version of Taurean Prince than Taurean Prince. I don't think Taurean Prince is playing that bad, but that's like where I would put that, right? But you would have to send Pat Connaughton and a pick to a team and try to sell Portland on the wisdom of Khris Middleton, because I still think the brain is there.
The body is. He Professor X. The body is gone. The brain is in great condition. The body is shot. He Professor X.
Yeah, I don't know why Samuel McConan is saying stop it with the Jeremy Grant nonsense. You are free to come on the chat and we could talk about it, brother. What are you talking about? I'm just going by what was reported, that it's a potential thing. That's all I was saying. And he's certainly better than what we're seeing from Khris.
Right. And it has a little bit more juice. He has a little bit more juice at least.
And I'm a Khris fan saying that. But when this dude can't even get into his offensive package without looking like he's about to fall down, when I'm screaming at the TV, Khris, please hit a shot. Please hit a shot, Khris. Please. A step in. I don't even need threes anymore from you, Khris. And I know that you could shoot threes once upon a time, but just step in and just give me a mid-range shot. You were supposed to be master of the mid-range.
Right.
You can't even give me that? And that's your bread and butter? You can't even give me your mid-range shot?
That's fair.
Khris.
Well, and here's another thing. The scouting reports by the other teams, they know how Middleton's playing. So the Clippers came in prepared to attack him hard because they know
it's right away. So he's got the ball, they attack his hand.
Yeah. So they're ready to attack him instantly. Because they know he's, like you just said, Dr. Smith, he can't even barely stand up sometimes. He just can't keep his balance. It's just almost like, man, how can he help us? How can he help us?
And again, we're not bagging. I just want friends and family to know we appreciate everything that Middleton's done for this franchise. He's helped us win a championship, multiple time All-Star. But at a certain point, it's just time. And you can just see it. I've been saying this since the beginning of the year. People want to come on and tell me what he did during a 2 or 3 game span. I'm like, that's cool. But I'm watching visual decline in a player. When you can't dribble like you used to, you can't get around anybody. I know Khris has an old man game, but even that has its limits when you can't move at all. Khris has 0 lateral movement. Khris can't even jump anymore. And it's just unfortunate to see someone just regress to that point. And it's like the Bucks have had a problem with hanging on too long. I said it after the championship. I was like, hey, we got this championship. Them dudes is at their peak. We should have moved them. People bombed on me for saying that. And now we look back at we did that then, we'd be in a better situation now. because now these players have no value. Now these players don't have the same value. Brooke doesn't have the same value. Khris definitely doesn't have the same value anymore. And that's because people hold on in this city to nostalgia too long. Nostalgia is why we're in this predicament right now. Sometimes you got to be cutthroat. This is a business. This is about winning. This isn't about making people happy. It is about winning basketball games. And if y'all want to complain about anything, it is the nostalgia that the fan base has for some of these players. That is why we're in this predicament. We needed to make these tough decisions 2 years ago. We didn't mean to do this right. This shouldn't be now. This should have been 2 years ago. But but what Khris did in the playoffs. But Brooke Lopez, he was almost defensive player of the year. But how do you trade somebody like that? He helped us win a championship. Now we're here.
It's a hard lesson.
Now we're here.
Lesson.
You have
sure.
Bill Belichick is the perfect example of how you run your organization. You trade him a year early before you trade him a year late and get your value. The New England Patriots never worried about draft picks. They always had draft picks because they sold high. They always sold high. And that's what the Bucks need to do. And it's no disrespect, and it's not like I'm taking a number 2 on our players. But when it's time, it's time. You can't pay somebody $33 million that's giving you 13 points a game. I know that we've been trying to be cool about it. I know because he's coming back from ankle surgery. But all of that encompassing is why we're in this predicament. Middleton was already showing decline back then, and we gave him the money. We gave him the money when you saw the decline. And you know Brooke Lopez is in his 30s and he already slow. You gave him the money. And on top of that, what really angers me about the contract, you gave him a player option. Horst didn't give us no exit strategy on these contracts. It should have been team options. So the player option, that goes down to Pat Connaughton. Pat Connaughton's contract for next year is a player option. They're all player options. Why would you do that, Horst? Why would you do that? You always give yourself an exit strategy. We don't have one right now. Now we're praying and hoping a team saves us. We're waiting for somebody to save us.
Because they don't hurt nobody's feelings. They don't hurt nobody's feelings.
All because you
I still want to address one more thing before I get out. And it's a lot of talk in the chat about Ajax and Rollins and playing time, especially tonight. But what Bucks Nation has to understand is those guys are still young players, and when you play up against veteran guards, they all play differently. And some of these guys are more herky jerky, they're more crafty.
Facts
Harden is legendary crafty guard. I mean, the best defensive guards in the league can't guard this guy. So you can't expect our young guard to come out and hold that guy,
right?
Especially when he's in a rhythm like that. Got to be realistic. So
that's certainly what
happens. I mean, our options should have been trapping him. As he got out like that, you have to just get the ball out of his hands and take your.
That's what they do to us. That's what they do to us. Right. They double us.
Exactly. Dame gets trapped all the time when he gets hot. So
I do like the way Ajax was playing him, though. I like the way Ajax was playing him. I think your option is definitely if Ajax was hurt and he couldn't come back in the game, then trap him. But he was like the only one who could.
Dr. Smith, Ajax's lack of offense sometimes just really gets us out of rhythm a little bit, I think. And I think that's why they pull him. But I'm not sure because he just can't make
think
shots.
You're right. I think you're right. He limits himself. But to me, I mean, that's obviously why he can't be with the closing group. He's a starter and can't be with the closing group at the end of games. It's because of his lack of offense. To me, though, at that particular time, I don't need you to be an offensive player. The biggest thing that's happening to us right now is James Harden is reliving his Houston days right now because the guys that we have clearly don't know who he is.
Right. They know now. They know now.
They know today.
But guys, listen, that's coaching again because Doc coached him for a whole season in Philadelphia. You mean you can't help get your guys prepared?
Boom.
Somewhat better than this to guard them?
So I ask you this. Is that a Doc thing or is that a player thing? And I don't know. It could be a Doc thing, but I'm about player accountability as well. This is a recurring issue with some of these players, right? Look, if you don't understand, you have an obligation to raise your hand and say you don't understand. You don't leave the the training facility, do you understand what it is you're supposed to do? Is that not how those of us who excelled in school, is that not how you did? You got every concept that the teacher threw at you one time, right? Everyone, right? Baloney. If you don't understand, then do this. I don't understand. What am I supposed to be doing in this moment? And you stay there. If this is your job,
He's in his
you get
bag.
paid millions of dollars to do. You stay at that facility. I don't care if you got to sleep there, bring a toothbrush, stay there at night, and you watch film until you get something. Because these guys, I'm not saying that James Harden wouldn't go off. I'm saying that we were still seeing people do the distance like Damian Lillard and sitting there like gauging distance by putting his hand on James Harden's shoulder. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Low IQ
You've
basketball.
never seen him play before. Didn't
Right.
y'all used to play like
Y'all the
1,000
same
times a year?
player.
Like
Y'all the
in
same
Houston?
player. You scam off free throws. You're the same player. Treat him like you would treat yourself. Hold on 1 second, y'all. No Strays ENT, our favorite op, back in the super chat with the $4.99. Appreciate you. I'm old enough to remember after barely beating Father Flanagan's Children of the Poor, Bucks Nation was too good for a 50-point score and picks. Now look,
it's not gonna work. No Strays. It's not going. I still don't want Bradley Beal. We're talking about the Bucks being loaded down with the worst contracts in basketball, and
then
the
you want
one
us to
that
add
is
another
really
one.
work. Right. It's not gonna work. No Strays. If look. If you think that much of him, then have a good time clearing out space, and he can go play for Boston. And
Yeah, y'all
you know what I
sign
mean?
everybody anyway. Y'all should be in the fifth apron. Boston should be in the fifth apron.
I can see him in
Listen,
Celtic
I
green.
got
You know what I
church in the
mean?
morning. I got to go, gentlemen.
All right, appreciate you, Mr. Cool. Thank you for tapping in. We ain't gonna be too much long.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, Mr. Cool.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure when the legend taps in. There we go.
Actually,
but I do think we've been missing AJ Green. Somebody mentioned it in the chat because AJ Green could be a difference maker once he gets those 3-pointers going. I think we are missing AJ Green off of the bench for sure. For sure.
You are. Yes, you are.
That's a good point, Dre West. Dre West, shout out to the homie. He said couldn't put together stops either. And I think that's mostly in the fourth quarter. We couldn't get any stops in the fourth quarter.
His points was killing us at that point. It was just too many points going on. Nobody boxing out. Brook Lopez just standing there like a statue and then put his hands up because he thought someone else going to get it. No. It's you. You 7 foot nothing. Can't get a rebound.
I want Brook Lopez to rebound like if Dame was trying to get a triple-double. That's the energy I want to see you put in it on rebound. You do that, Brook Lopez. We'll be straight. How about you do that, sir? Sir.
We're supposed to be a top 10 defense as well. That's
Allegedly.
Right. So, I'm getting the look. So,
all right, you got tap. I appreciate you tapping in. Shout out to Dr. Smith. Always a pleasure. We really appreciate you tapping in at this time. Salute, Dr. Smith. Appreciate you. All right, sir. Let me move this around real quick. We'll get up out of here shortly. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Appreciate the super chat. I appreciate everybody in the live right now. If you haven't already, we grind after every Bucks game, no matter the time. You see what it is right now. We still putting in the pain. I see it's a lot of y'all in here. Can you please hit the like button if you haven't already? And also subscribe because this is your number one source for Bucks content. And this is the number one Bucks chat on YouTube. We are the energy for Bucks content. We are the algorithm for Bucks content. Salute to friends and family. Salute to friends and family. Just gotta tell them what it is. Hey, let me shout out hey, what up, Devon? I see you up in here late. Curtis Gallion, I see you. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Ali Benjamin, I see you. I see some new people up in the chat. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Emerson back in the building. What was that?
That's all B-Shack. He said Khris Middleton, I hate to say it, but he looked very washed. It's sad to watch, even if he free himself to get a decent shot off. I agree.
So, yeah, shout out to B-Shack. Shout out to B-Shack. I don't want this to be a Khris Middleton bombing session or anything like that because Khris Middleton has done a lot for this franchise, but he's definitely long in the tooth right now. And you can see it. And it's unfortunate. We all have a lot of love for Khris. He's made a lot of big shots for this team. He is the Boston Strangler. I'm sure No Strings is very familiar with Khris Middleton's playoff performances, and we'll always remember him for some of his clutch plays and things that he's done throughout his career. But paying someone $33 million that's giving you 13 points a game, and we're trying to spice it up by saying, oh, he's coming off the bench, he needs to get better. He's played about 20 games by now, right? And it is what it is. It's not going to take you more than 20 games to get it cracking. I'm just saying it's not going to take more than 20 games. I think this is a Khris Middleton that we're going to see moving forward if we can't get him moved. That's what it's looking like.
About Samuel, what are you talking about? Just I don't know.
Hold
But
on, so Emerson said Amber tried to bully, but he was targeting the wrong guy. No, I wasn't targeting the wrong guy. Salute to Emerson. What's good? Oh, Cream City, I see you in here. Gary Foster, I see y'all tapping in late. Appreciate y'all. 414J. What's good? Yeah, Harden cooked us hibachi style. He definitely he turned back time on us. What up, Isaiah?
What's up? Yeah, I was like I said, it just tonight. It was just, they was go back and forth. First 3 quarters, fourth quarter, the wheels fell off. I think Giannis was getting too many turnovers. It was too many turnovers going on. They deserve to lose this game. I mean, you just can't turn the ball off like that the way they was doing last.
And you can't
It's like,
allow second chance points like that. The
yeah,
offensive rebounding. Even with all that being said, we were in this game until the fourth quarter, and the wheels just came off. That's just really what happened at the end of the day, unfortunately.
Too discouraged, but at the same time, it rains what we really need to get
Yeah,
done.
and we missed a lot of players. That's why don't hold your heads down, Bucks Nation. We didn't have Bobby Portis. We didn't have Ajax. Middleton was there, but he wasn't there. I mean, we didn't have a lot of help tonight, and that's gonna happen from time to time. But on the positive side, our stars were performing as stars like they have been all season long. We just needed the others to step up. Once we get healthy, and it seems like we're always saying that. Once the Bucks are healthy, I know we'll be a much better team, but that's a problem. We're always saying when we're healthy. That's the problem. That's the real problem. But let me let you get your last words in, Bleach Report boss. I know it's getting late out here, and I appreciate everybody tapping in. And so many people tapping in at this time. I mean, I really appreciate it. For real. Salute to friends and family. Hey, y'all the best. Y'all the best. Go ahead, Bleacher.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'm upset about the loss, but at the same time, those dudes the last time we played the Clippers anyway, so I'm get over it. We're going another road trip. This is gonna be 4 game road trip. At least we want at least 2-2 road trip before we get back home. So it's just see what goes on with the team. Um, I just wish that if Doc was really smart, put Middleton and put him in the post and try to get him some more shots. Like it seemed like you got him trying to put the ball up the court and not putting him in a good position to get more shots off. That's my issue with Middleton. Get more shots off and get him in the post, get him in his spot, and let him do his thing. But it's like they're not even doing that. He's just so busy having to try to drill.
So Amtrax has come to Middleton's defense. What up? Shout out to Amtrax Beats by the pound. If y'all need any type of beats or anything, shout out to Amtrax. Chris just looked rusty tonight. Remember, he sat out versus Miami. That's cool. That look rusty, but to be rusty and not score at all, that's the problem. You can be rusty, but to not score, that's different than rust. That's all I'm saying. Not score at all in 20 minutes. I don't know about that one, Amtrax. I don't know,
I,
bro.
I miss Bobby tonight. I do. I'm sorry. I miss Bobby tonight because I know he's bad at
What up,
defense,
Scales?
but his offense we probably need a little bit of his scoring. But other than that, it was a bad night. I mean, it was a bad night of the day. Everybody played horrible. Wash it. Go to the next game. They'll be back. It's gonna. They've had a rough week thinking about it. They had a rough week. Yeah, 5-day week. Didn't play 3 games. Didn't play
Right.
3. They played since Sunday. They played. They flied out, and then they had the people still hurt at the time. So
Right.
they'll get they'll be okay. It
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
they'll be okay.
Yeah,
So
this
just
was just
hoping.
people didn't show up, and we let James Harden turn back the clock on us. And again, what I always say about this team, we don't have the highest IQ. So we need to be fundamentally sound. When we're not, things like what happened today, the second chance points, the rebound, the turnovers. We just have to play smarter basketball. This team is too old to be this low IQ performances, in my opinion. What up, Monalando? 2 Red Violin. I see
Yes,
y'all.
Trey. Yeah, I miss Bobby. Yes, no strays. I said it. I said I miss Bobby tonight. Yes, I did.
Because he gonna give you
So,
some offense. But again, Jonathan Porter, yes, Brooke is just slow. Definitely, definitely. But
he's a
appreciate you
snake.
tapping in, though, Bleach Report boss. We gonna be back, what, 2 days? Monday.
2 days, probably
Yeah,
Monday.
Monday. Yeah, Monday.
Get
Yeah.
Jazz.
So,
Jazz.
yeah, Jazz, yeah. Appreciate you, though, tapping in, though, Bleacher. Appreciate you, bro. Especially tapping in at this time. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. But before we do, we gonna tap in Mr. One Game at a Time. What's good, bros? Give us your quick feedback here about today's game. Brandon, what's good, bro?
Yeah, and I'm not mad about this card, but we had a nice win streak going, but I think we can make another win streak going.
So, what did you think about today's game, Brandon?
I think it was a tough battle. It was definitely a tough battle because in the fourth quarter the wheel came off. So like I put in the chat, I said we didn't have enough firepower. We
I
didn't
agree.
have AJ automatic. We
Right.
didn't have
Bobby
Bobby.
Portis. Yeah. And then Khris Middleton didn't show up. Ryan Rollins didn't show up.
Ironic. We didn't have a lot of guys. So it's okay, Buck Nation's plenty of friends. We're gonna make another week going starting Monday.
Right. But we got to start beating good teams, though, Brandon. That's part of the problem with this team. That's why I keep saying it, and I'm not trying to harp on it, but I keep saying, does this team have a ceiling with this current roster? And I keep saying that is because every time we got to step up to competition, we can't do it. So do we need to make a change? Appreciate you, bro. Photo Street, what's good, bro? Appreciate you subbing. Much
And
appreciated.
also, I agree with them. I had to give my honest opinion. My honest opinion about it for Chris. I think Chris is not the same player back in the day. Also, I think we need. I think it's time for us to move on from Chris.
Okay.
I think we don't know when Khris Middleton gonna play his last game for us, or his final farewell to it.
Uh-huh.
That's what I have to say.
Yeah, so
But
we gonna see what happens
I
though, but
also,
uh-huh.
also, I could put this say this. Let's let let's support this team going forward,
Yep.
and this team let's support this team while let's support this team
Right.
in our hands.
Right.
So we believe we have faith in the team. We could believe in the team,
Right.
but we do have low IQ basketball players on this team. But like I said, there's much mental mistake that
Right.
needs to work. Also, they got 2 days off,
Mm.
so they can one game at a time, Buck Nation,
There we go.
and we gonna start this new week 3 on Monday.
There we go. My man Brandon.
Could not be up there by this hard.
Right.
It's okay. We're not punching the air. It's okay, Buck Nation. We got there. We got this, Buck Nation.
All right.
Believe in yourself. Believe in the team. And take it one at a time. We're gonna be straight.
There we go. My man Brandon. Appreciate you, Brandon. All right, bro. Hey, Monalando, I see you in the chat. What's good, bro? Shout out to Toronto. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all joining us on this live stream. Appreciate y'all. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news, where we just got done discussing the Bucks between the Clippers game, where the Bucks win streak ends today in LA, where James Harden cooked us for 40 points. We lost 127-117, but we were without AJ Green. We were without Bobby Portis. Khris Middleton didn't show up. We just didn't get any bench production. And that was a difference in the game. As also with low IQ basketball plays, turnovers, not rebounding, not boxing out, just all the little things a team of this age should not be doing. We have to find a way to tighten those things up. I was telling y'all before about the defense and all of that. I'm like, when we play a good team, we have to be better on rotations, and we got exposed again defensively when we played a high power team. We need to figure out how to play better defense and how to make smarter basketball decisions while we're out there. Then that has a lot to do with coaching. Yes, the players matter, but coaches are supposed to be there to coach you up, to make you better. We need Doc to step up and start making some of these people play better. Period. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Like I said, if you haven't already, please hit the like button. We going live after every Bucks game. We grinding here. Appreciate all the support. And let's keep grinding. And like my boy Brandon said, let's take it one day at a time. And let's just keep supporting this team, and let's just see what happens, if any moves will be made. Let's find out. All right, y'all. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the electrifying content going. And like I said, we are the number one source for Bucks news on YouTube. This is the number one Bucks podcast on YouTube with the number one chat. We are the algorithm. Gone.